Christopher, I know you don't play the position, but you've got a bird's eye view. As far as the defensive line goes, the job they did last week, as far as they're playing the point of attack, kind of what did you see?
They did a good job of executing our game plan. We had a certain game plan for the style of quarterback that they have, and they did a good job getting pressure all day and helping us out in the back end.
What's the toughest thing for some of the younger guys like Bear, for example, when it comes to being successful, like you're talking about right there?
Just trying not to get too eager and just get a sack every time. You just got to execute the game plan. The sack's gonna come. As a young player, you just try to go out there and make all the plays possible, but as you get older, you understand that the play's gonna come to you as long as you do your job.
And with Jalen not out there, how much action, I don't know if you can see this or not, how much action do they put on their own shoulders to go out there and be successful?
Well, they always put a lot of pressure on their shoulders to go out there and be successful, and it ain't changed at all this week. Coach Scott does a great job of holding a high standard for those guys, and they went out there and executed on Saturday.
What's your impressions of Vanderbilt's quarterbacks? Have you started to watch some of the film?
Yeah, I seen some of the film. They got a great quarterback, great team as everybody else, the rest of the SEC. So, we're gonna have to get in there in the film room. The coach is gonna give us a good game plan to carry out, and it's gonna be a hard work week.
It's another young quarterback, not much experience. Is that as a defense? Do you feel like that helps you guys against Auburn with being able to confuse them?
Well, I'm not too much sure. Each game is different than the next one. Even though this quarterback is maybe young, he's very talented as well. As long as the quarterback that we faced last week. So we just gonna have to go out there and execute like we always do.
Chris, what have you seen from Tyke and Javon as they both carve out roles at that star position?
Both, like I say, Javon, one of the toughest football players I've ever seen in my life. Tyke as well, very physical players. Always going out there and attacking every day. They put in a lot of work as well as the rest of the defense. We continue to get better every week.
Playing alongside them in the secondary, how do you see them kind of feed off of each other and create competition between each other?
Yeah, we all feed off each other pretty well. We do a lot of rotating in their back end right there. So, it's always good to have that kind of competitive balance back there. It keeps we able to keep pushing each other as the year goes on.
Obviously, we've seen what Brock did with the ball in his hands, but what's your assessment of him as a blocker and why he's able to be successful with that as well?
We do a lot of perimeter blocking in practice, and we stretch perimeter blocking a lot. The way the game has changed throughout the last few years, you have to be able to win on the perimeter as well as inside the box. So, Coach Smart just does a good job of emphasizing that for us, and those guys do a great job of carrying the plan.
What's the film session like when you guys haven't played? The fourth quarter there, where the three guys are kind of get a chance to make a tackle, the guy goes the distance.
That was a tough one, but we got to go to the doctor. And no game you're ever gonna play is gonna be perfect, even though that is our main goal is to be perfect. And we're gonna go in there today. We're gonna recognize that we messed up on that play, and we're gonna try to fix it the best we can when we step out down the field today for practice.
Usually it's the DBs that were the savage pass with the interceptions, but this time the big guys, Zion Lowe was able to get it. What was the feeling on the sideline when he was able to put it?
It was a great feeling to be able to get a turnover. Our goal is to get 3 turnovers a game. I think we only had 1. Malachi almost got 2 for me. I gave him a little flack for that one, but it's always great when the defense is able to get a turnover, and get the ball back in the offensive hands.
The sideline was also happy when Stetson Bennett ran that 60-yard touchdown. The whole sideline erupted. What were you telling him? What was it like just being on that sideline?
It's kind of hard to get to him because the whole offense already on him, halfway on the field, celebrating with him. But just tap him on the head, let him know he did a great job. And I know he has legs, and it's great for him to be able to get around like that.
Would he ever adjust you in practice for a 60-yard run?
I'm not sure. We'll have to wait to see that. We can't touch the QB in practice, so I don't know. We'll have to see.
You guys are week 7. How's your body doing in terms of no off weekend and the grind of the season?
Yeah, I'm good personally. Just typical soreness from playing a football game, but in terms of injuries and things like that, I'm good. And the rest of the team, we do a good job of getting here on Sunday after a game and take care of our bodies, getting a good lift, and make sure we stay nice and strong for y'all.
I think it's fair to judge a team on how they're winning games. Like the first 3 weeks, obviously, wire to wire blowing teams out. Last 3 weeks have been different, closer games.
I would say it is fair to judge a team based off his performance, but you got to understand that a lot of the teams that we face have very great players as well. These are other D1 players that we're facing every weekend and week out too. So I think it's fair to judge based off performance, but you also got to understand that the other teams we playing aren't pushovers either, man. They come into play every week just like we do, you know. And you got to give them a lot of credit as well as give us our credit when it's due.
But Oregon, obviously, is a really good team. Is it that teams are adjusting? Are they playing better than you guys, or is it slipping in any way, or is it just not something?
Nah, it's nothing. You know, we just continue to work every week, and you know, like I said, the teams that we play are good as well, and you know, we're gonna get their best as well as they're gonna get our best.
You have a guy like Jajon Edwards who's put in the work over multiple years. How rewarding is it to see him sort of have the breakout that he's had in the past couple of weeks?
Yeah, it's very rewarding, but that's something that I've seen from Jajon since day one that he stepped out there on the campus. So for him to be out there and be able to show the world what he's been doing all along is definitely great. Him along with Branson and Kenny, they put a lot of the load on Saturday as well. So it's great to be able to see them boys get out there and, you know, showcase what they've been working on.
So he's still running through defenders, driving his legs in practice. So we've seen on games a couple times, right?
Yeah. He done got me before, so yeah, I could personally attest to that. So when he did that kind of, he juked about 3 times and then dropped his shoulders. That's something I've seen before. So you know, it's great to be able for him to just go out there and put that on tape.
Your number 29, is there any significance behind that, or how'd it come about?
No, it's no significance. I mean, now it's significance. You know, it's been a number that I've been wearing for 5 years, so it holds a special place in my heart. But you know, it's no significance. You know, when I got here, I didn't really ask for a number or anything. It's crazy. I was just talking about this, but I didn't ask for a number or anything. You know, I just wanted to get in the door and be able to play. And you know, shoot, the coaches gave me 29. That's what I've been rocking with ever since. I kind of wanted to change my number before the season started, but a lot of my friends and stuff, they were just saying like, shoot, you might as well stick it out like you've been 29. You know. I'm like, yeah, you know what, you're right, you know. So that's just who I am. That's a part of me now, and my legacy at Georgia.
What would you change it to? Is there another number that sticks out to you? Or?
I kind of wanted to do number 7 a little bit. I like 7. I was 6 a little bit in Little League. I had 1 a little bit in high school too. 21. Numbers like that. Just numbers I had in the past. That's kind of what I was intrigued in changing it to. But you know, I'm glad I stuck it out with 29 because you know, like that's what I'm saying. That's who I've been since I've been here, and that's who I'm going to continue being. That's how I'm going to end my legacy.
Tristan, what does it say about this guy right over here? He's able to go out and play every single special team, start on every single special team.
Yeah.
Not everybody does that.
He's a workhorse, man. You know, he puts in the work every single day. And just to let y'all know, we talking about Jackson Meeks. But you know, he's a workhorse. He goes out there and puts in the work every day. He plays with a lot of passion and a lot of heart. He drives and pushes me in practice every day. You know, just the friendship that we've been able to build, playing with each other, man, it's amazing. You know, that's my brother for sure.
What improvements have you seen from a receiver standpoint?
The receivers, like I say, they go in and put in work every day, just like the rest of the group. You know, I feel like the whole team has been able to get better week by week. You know, learning from the teams that we played in the previous week before, and being able to apply that into the next game plan. You know, like I said, we're gonna go to the doctor today. You know, no game is perfect. We didn't play a perfect game on Saturday. I don't know if we ever will, but that's always the goal for us.
Let me ask this maybe a kind of different question. When we're dealing with defending national champions, expectations are obviously going to be a little bit higher for you guys, and I don't know how much you pay attention to what people outside this building say, but is that something that's fair and difficult to have to deal with?
I would say it's fair. You know, that's just and the reason I say it's fair because we have those same expectations for ourselves. So it's no different when other people hold us to that same standard. And you know, the way that the world is today, social media age, and you know, me being on social media, you know, you see things, but I don't pay much attention to it. You know, the opinions that matter to me are the opinions in this building, putting in work with me every single day. The coaches, my family, and the fans as well. But you know, expectations are high, but it's nothing that we don't hold ourselves to. So you know, it doesn't bother me at all.
But even when you beat a team like 42-10, like you did last week at Orange Rival, you still got some people out there like, man, why didn't they start faster? Why didn't they do this? Why didn't they do that? What's your response to that?
I mean, it is what it is, man. It just comes with the game, and you know, being in the position that we are, we're very blessed. So, you know, those things come with the game, you know. And like I say, man, the opinions that matter to me are the opinions within this building. You know? So, and that's what I'm able to carry with me every day. And you know, we're gonna go out there and try to put the best product we can on the field as best we can every week. But like you say, these other teams we're facing are good as well. So I don't want anybody to ever forget that. You know.
What do back-to-back home games mean for recovery for this team, not having to travel and everything?
It definitely. I've actually never thought about it. It's crazy you said that. Like the travel adds just a little bit of extra taxing on the body. But back-to-back home games are definitely going to be able to help us in terms of recovery and things like that. And this is, I think, this is our first back-to-back home. Well, second. We played Sanford and Kent State back-to-back. Oh, okay. We had South Carolina game, so this is our first time to be able to have a back-to-back home game. So it's crazy you said that. I never thought about that, but it's definitely going to give us an opportunity to recover a little bit better.
And you can talk about a little bit about how Ryan Davis was able to get more playing time the other day. I know he's been hampered with injury a lot of his time here.
Yeah, I mean, it was great to see him finally get on the field. Like you said, he's been dealing with a lot of injuries, but, you know, he's always persevered. And, you know, it was great for him to be able to go out there and finally put that on display on Saturday. You know, as long as a lot of other players, you know, like Branson and Dejan and a few others. So it's always great when you get to go out there and see your brothers, you know, having fun and making plays and things like that.
And can you...
I was going to say, Tennessee, Alabama is also a 3:30 game on Saturday. It's a top 10 matchup. You a guy that, like, when a game ends, you want to find out who won that game? You know, as a fan of college football?
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of college football. So, you know, even when our game ended a little bit earlier on Saturday, you know, I came right home and put on some football. So, you know, I definitely, you know, I keep up with the scores of other teams. You know, that just comes with being a college football fan, just apart from being a player of the University of Georgia. You know, I've been a fan for my whole life, you know, watching football with my dad and my brother and my mom as well. My mom probably watched more games than me. My mom will call me and give me an update on the score, or before we play a team, she'll say, they good at this, they not good at that. I'm like, well, we ain't even got the scouting report yet, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, my mom, she really endorses into that, as well as myself. And, you know, I enjoy just watching the world of college football, man. It's an amazing landscape.
How do you keep being a college football fan and being a college football player different from each other as well as the same together?
Well, you know, the player, that's when I'm here. You know, I'm here going to war with my brothers. I'm focusing on the team that we have to play the next week and correcting mistakes that we had from the week before. And just being a fan, you know, just enjoying good football. You know, I like good football regardless. Good defense, good offense, good special teams, and being a college football player helps me analyze the game a little bit better than probably maybe a regular fan or something like that. And you know, it's great. I definitely make sure I keep a good balance within it. But you know, I'm a college football fan first and college football player second.
Is there any teams that you like watch in particular, or you just like watching big matchups?
I just really watch the games that's on TV, like in the area. You know, no teams in particular. You know, just whatever game is on. You know, my brother plays for Kansas State. I try to catch them a lot, but sometimes the game don't be in my area or something like that. But you know, it don't matter. You know, I just turn on the TV and you see what game's on. I definitely try to watch the best game possible. You know, because like I said, I like watching good ball.
Mark mentioned Alabama earlier, and you said you like to watch big matchups and stuff like that. And I see on Instagram you posted when Jermaine Burton made a play. I was wondering if you could talk about the relationship with him, if you have other relationships with players at Alabama.
Yeah, well, I think Jermaine is the only relationship that I have. But you know, a lot of people don't know me and Jermaine played a little bit in high school when I think it was my sophomore year, his freshman year. And so that relationship goes way, way back. You know, that's my brother first, and I'm proud of what he's able to do.
When did he originally move to California? I know he's originally from Atlanta or something like that.
I'm not sure, but it was a few years removed from when we first played in high school. But like I said, man, that's my brother. He's been doing a tremendous job, and I hope he keeps doing it for sure.